Well, I guess I ought to add a couple of notes about Dr. Holland, old Dr. Holland. He was old Dr. Holland. I don't know how old he was, but I know he was, like I said, he was the doctor that delivered me. He was my daddy's doctor, and he'd done hemorrhoid operations on both of us at different times. But he was known for a man of few words. In fact, took my tonsils out. I remember that. I was about, I think that was the year I was 7 years old. I was in the first grade. Then starting in September, and I was 7 in January. So somewhere in there, 6, 7 years old, I had my tonsils out. I remember that a little bit because I got ice cream afterwards. Anything that involved getting ice cream in those days was worth remembering. But earlier in that, when I was about 4 or 5, I remember the incident, but I don't remember exactly how old I was. I was fooling around with a .22 shell. I always had a little hammer and a screwdriver in my pocket because I was going to be a mechanic like my daddy when Daddy grew up. When I grew up to be like my daddy. Well, I got to messing with that thing and it went off and shot myself in the left leg, right in the calf, about halfway up, and it didn't bleed much. Left a nice pencil hole in my leg, but it went in but didn't come out. Well, now that's something serious, and I knew that Mama was going to give me a whipping when she found out about it. So, naturally, I ain't going to tell her. Well, about 3 days later, my leg swole up and was hurting real bad, and it was starting to ooze some stuff. And now I got a little perturbed. I got bothered. And it was hurting. So I remember getting Marguerite out to the well and kind of a gathering place out there in the middle of the backyard. And I said, I had a secret to tell her, but she had to promise not to tell Mama. Well, of course, Marguerite promised. And she got to hear the secret. When I showed her the bullet hole, dadgum, she had to run and tell Mama. And Mama had, guess what? Mama didn't give me a whipping. She had already told me if I tell the truth, I wouldn't get a whipping. So I was anxious to tell the truth so I wouldn't get a whipping. Because I got a whipping, for breathing out of the wrong side of my mouth or something. Whippings were pretty regular in those days. But anyway, she took me to Dr. Holland and get the bullet cut out of my leg. And sure enough, Dr. Holland didn't believe much in anesthetics. That's the reason he was so quick with a knife on hemorrhoids, because it just took too much time, all that anesthetic stuff. That just took a lot of time, and you might as well just get it over with for it. So he had me laying down on my belly on this table, and he starts probing for this bullet. And now I got a first-hand knowledge of what these guys on TV, when they get shot and they got to feel around that bullet. Well, it must be bad if you don't have a doctor's forceps to get it out. If you have to just, carve at it with a knife, I guess that'd be kind of bad. Anyway, he stuck those things down in my leg, and that did smart. And he said, okay, I got it. And he pulled it out, only made my toes curl up. I mean, literally curled my toes up, because it wasn't a bullet, it was a leader. And he'd pull that leader out. No, that ain't it, and so I had to go back again. He finally got it out. And so I had some first-hand knowledge about Dr. Holland. I'd like to say. Well, I know, I was just a kid, and I thought that's what doctors did. I didn't know they were good doctors, bad doctors. I didn't know about bedside manners. I didn't even know about anesthetics. I just figured, when you go to a doctor, you got to put up with that reminds me.